What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and check it out. We've got ourselves another top 10 list. This with Marvel Heroes, and this being my top 10 favorite costumes in Marvel Heroes. Now, one of the great features about Marvel Heroes is the different aesthetic looks that all the characters can have. You know, as we know through the years, the characters throughout the Marvel Universe have changed their looks, and with that, you know, Marvel Heroes is able to kind of put that on display by offering different costumes as part of their free-to-play program. Now, obviously, you know, you can earn different characters for free by playing the game, but the aesthetic stuff, like the costumes, are the things that a lot of people will end up buying. So I thought long and hard about my top 10 favorite costumes in the game, and these are just costumes for characters that I look at and just say, man, I really love the way that looks. Not necessarily indicative of being my favorite character. You know, obviously, you know, I could easily say, you know, Nova is number one because his Nova Prime costume, you know, is my favorite version of Nova, but he's not even on the list. I bet you're shocked. I'm starting off with an honorable mention here to do the intro of the video. This is the Hulkbuster costume from Age of Ultron.
Couldn't be helped, sir.
And one of the things that
squirrels are too darn cute
one of the reasons why it's not in the list and just an honorable mention is look at how huge he is. Does not even fit on the screen. Now let's look at this. There is Hulk. Now Hulk is pretty big in his own right, and just look at how much this actually towers over people. Now, keeping in mind that I had to do some things with Omega points to make him this big, and I do have like a visual enhancement that makes him grow bigger, but like this armor, I just love making this armor so big. I mean, there he is standing next to Spider-Man. That's a Vision pet, so I mean, Silver Surfer's on his surfboard in the air, and he's still not even as tall. You can sit here and run around. That's, I mean, the way it looks, not really one of my favorites, but I just love how huge it makes him. And I think that's one of the things I love about Hulk too, is making him bigger than he's supposed to be, and you know. But seeing Hulkbuster just tower over everybody is hilarious to me, and I oftentimes wonder what people are thinking as they see my Hulkbuster Iron Man walk through the kind of open areas like the Avengers Tower. So, wow. So this guy did the same thing with Venom with his Toxin costume, just made him enormous. But he's not stacking up with me. So anyway, let's go ahead and get right into my top 10 costumes of Marvel Heroes. Alright, so at number 10 on my list, we have House of M Nightcrawler. And I'm not really a big Nightcrawler fan when it comes to playing this game, but this costume makes me want to play Nightcrawler more. I just love how like regal he looks. You know, it really does a great job of making him just look like a champ. You know, he's got the swords. It's just this awesome like kind of, you know, royalty type costume. He bamps really cool. I just love this costume. This is really an awesome suit. He's actually got quite a few decent costumes that I do enjoy, and you know, I think having a good look for the character is a really great way to inspire people to want to play the character more. So I have to say, I do really enjoy Nightcrawler's House of M costume. Let's move on to number 9. Speaking of House of M, at number 9, we have another character that I don't play too often, but is one of my favorite melee characters, and even actually made it on my top 10 list. It is Psylocke with her House of M costume. I just, you know, there's something so proper about the look from House of M. Very a regal look to it, as I said with Nightcrawler. I love this suit. It's hot. I mean, I love the Japanese look to it. I love the dragon that wraps around her leg. You know, the red sash. You know, it's got her sword. Got some shades of purple in her hair. This is just a phenomenal look for a really great character that you can play in this game. I can't say enough about House of M Psylocke. This is a beautiful costume, and they did a really good job, you know, in picking this one. So number 9 is House of M Psylocke. Let's move on to number 8. All right, at number 8 from Civil War, we have the AntMan costume, and I really can't tell you why, but this costume just does it for me. I love this costume. I love this costume so much that I actually I've pre-ordered the Sideshow Hot Toys piece for Scott Lang from Captain America Civil War. I'm not really even a big Ant-Man fan, even though he was my number 3 favorite character in the game. And that's just a testament to everything that they've done with Ant-Man for making him a fun character to play. And this suit right here, I don't know why, it just really does it for me. It really puts it over the top. It's just a very aesthetically pleasing costume. I've got the Captain America shield underneath to show that he is Team Cap. And, of course, he's teamed up with Wasp over here. You know, I just really can't say enough about this costume. Really just a great costume that I just enjoy quite a bit. There's probably some people that will say, it's probably a little plain. But like I said, this is a very personal, you know, decision for me. And I adore this suit, like, in general. Like I said, I've invested over $200 into having the 1/6 scale figure from Sideshow on order, and I can't wait to get it. So number 8 is the Captain America Civil War version of Ant-Man. Moving on to number 7. Speaking of Captain America, at number 7 we have Captain America, the all-new, all-different Hail Hydra version of Captain America. One of the newest costumes in Marvel Heroes, and let me just say, this is my favorite Captain America costume. I love everything about this costume.
Leadership
even
is never
in the
easy,
comics
Cyclops,
itself. I love the new shield. Pirate Deadpool honestly probably could have made it on my list. I think I purposely left him off. Spoiler alert.
You reporting for duty?
No, I'm not. But there's the new shield, and that's what I'm really trying to get in the shot. There's the new shield. It separates into 2 pieces right here, and I feel like they really, you know, did a good job of showing that. I love the like metallic feel, the metallic look to the suit. Hey man, it's Captain America's 75th anniversary, so we had to make sure we had a little bit of a tribute to Cap, Steve Rogers, and there you go. Number 7, it is the all-new, all-different Hail Hydra Captain America. Let's go on to number 6. At number 6, we have Gambit as Death, one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. This has always been my favorite Gambit costume. It's an enhanced costume, so he does have some lines that are, I guess they just basically throw a little bit of echo on it to kind of give you an idea of how he might sound as Death. But I love this costume, man. Like, it doesn't really, it's not really all that different from the standard Gambit costume, but just the look of Death, the black face, the hair that kind of floats in the air, like, it's such a great look. I think they did a really fantastic job with this costume. I don't play Gambit quite enough, but this is really just a great look for him, and definitely one of my favorites in the game. So number 6 on my list is Gambit as Death. I also love the eyes. Like, I really feel like the eyes and the hair really seal it for me. So there you go, Gambit as Death. We're halfway through. Let's go on to number 5. I kind of cheated with number 5. Let's go. At number 5, it's a bit of a 2-pack right here. It is Phoenix Force, Cyclops, and Magik. So both of these costumes were costumes I really wanted to include on my list. And I basically decided, let's just throw them both together. Magik's available as a playable character and a team-up. And this is, I believe, a chase costume. I don't think you can actually get this one anymore for Cyclops. And I loved the Avengers versus X-Men story. I mean, I really enjoyed it quite a bit. And one of the things I loved the most about it was the way the Phoenix Five kind of worked themselves out. And I believe Colossus has his own suit as well from Phoenix Force, and Namor's not in the game. And there's one other, I can't think of who the other person was that was part of that group. But these two just do it for me, man. I don't know which one I like more. I think if they did some visual enhancements to Cyclops, this costume would look even that much better. But I don't know, man. I really like this both suits quite a bit. They're both really awesome looking. They're both the ones that I play with when I use the characters, extensively. These are the ones that I use. So, and I actually use the Phoenix Force Magik a lot. I'm pretty sure I have her all the way up to level 60 already. So this is my number 5. It's kind of cheating by having both there, but I think you get the point. It'd be hard for me to pick one over the other. I think honestly I would probably pick Magik over Cyclops, but I have more of an attachment to Cyclops than Magik. So I think that's why I just lumped them together and said Phoenix Force costume is my number 5. Moving on to number 4. All right, at number 4, we have Spider-Gwen. That's right, Spider-Gwen. She's available as an enhanced costume for Spider-Man or as a team-up character that you can use separately with anybody. And I have to say, her addition to Marvel Heroes is really what made me start to take the character a little bit more seriously and made me start to enjoy what they were doing with Spider-Gwen. Not really a character I had my sights on, but it's so crazy the overwhelming amount of support that Spider-Gwen has been getting. And I just, I really do enjoy the look of the character. I actually find myself using Spider-Gwen quite a bit. I'll have to say the Civil War Spider-Man, the End of the World Spider-Man, and the Iron Spider are all great costumes for Spider-Man as well. And quite frankly, I rotate through all 4 of them with Spider-Gwen. But I use Spider-Gwen a ton as a team-up. And it's no question why. It's such a great-looking character. And that's why she made it all the way to number 4 on my list. So we're getting close to the end. Here comes number 3. At number 3, we have the Uncanny Avengers version of Vision. So go ahead and say that 10 times fast. So he has a visual effect with the sparkles, but I just love this costume for Vision. I know it kind of has a little bit of a red tornado look, but man, even in the comics, I love this look. This is absolutely the best look Vision has ever had. I wish that in the movie version of Vision that, the red that we see here was more in line with what we see in the movies instead of the like kind of almost purple look. I love the darker green. They did a really good job with this costume, and this is absolutely a go-to for me with Vision. Love this look, love this costume. That is why I have him at number 3 on my list. So we are getting close to the end. Here is number 2. At number 2, we have the Uncanny Inhumans version of Human Torch. Love this costume. Again, this is one of those ones that just does it for me. Whether it's the kind of fiery look in the background, like kind of on his silhouette of him, but I love the suit. It's a great looking suit for a great looking character. Human Torch is just dope, you know, and I really do like this one. I love the way that he looks when he's kind of flamed on. It looks even better with the visuals when you're actually using him. I never thought Human Torch would make one of my best looking costumes lists. I always kind of thought, well, his costume is kind of pointless. He's just going to flame on and be a fireball. But this really changes it for me. I love it. I love the like kind of mock turtleneck thing that he's got going. Whoever is playing is Archangel over here, like this guy right here with the Ghost Rider, standing in my way, killing my video. Like I found like this to be one of the brightest areas of the game, so that's why I've been showing them from right here. But there you go, Human Torch, Uncanny Inhumans, number 2. So what will win the honor of my number 1 most favorite costume in Marvel Heroes? Let's check it out. At number 1, we have the old school 90s classic Rogue. Oh my lord, the things that this costume does to me. Good lord, Rogue has always been one of the hottest characters in all of comic books, and this costume is the hottest costume in the game, bar none. Who doesn't love seeing Rogue with their clothing completely ripped off? Yes, I know this might come across as, you know, a little bit of, I don't know, misogynistic, whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. 90s Rogue was eye candy. That was what she served for, and that's what I'm giving her. And I'm saying this with the utmost of respect. She looks hot. This is a phenomenal costume. I love it. I feel dirty wearing it. Like, I have to go back to something that I learned from a bunch of friends playing MMOs. I have a hard time making my character a female character because I'm not a girl. And I have a lot of people that I've played different MMOs with, from Star Wars The Old Republic to Guild Wars, you know, to quite a few others where you can make your own character. And I have a lot of people that I know that make their characters female. And I have to think of a conversation I had with my buddy Madman about it. I'm like, I just don't understand why do you make your character a female? He goes, well, if I'm going to run around the game looking at a character all the time, it might as well be a cute one. So I don't know if that's a philosophy that everybody takes, but it certainly makes a lot of sense to me. And this is, when I think of this game and the awesome looking costumes in the game, this is literally one of the first ones that come to mind. So I actually started here. When I was making this list, I said Rogue is going to be number 1. I don't really even use her that often. I don't even think I have her prestiged. But, man, this is just such a phenomenal suit. So hats off to the TT design crew. And that is my top 10 favorite costumes in Marvel Heroes. We can go actually to the store real quick. Again, you know, this is one of the ways that they stay in business. You know, a lot of the game can be played for free. There are a ton of gorgeous costumes that got left out. I probably could have done a top 20 list very easily. I probably would have thrown Pirate Deadpool in there somewhere. You know, one that got cut that I really, really enjoy is the Marvel Now Moon Knight. I know it's very basic, but I really, really like it. So that was one that kind of almost made the list. Another one that I really like is the Symbiote Rocket Raccoon. So, you know, there's just a lot of suits that are really awesome. I mean, shoot, Spider-Man alone has, you know, so many suits that you could put on here. You know, like I said earlier, End of the Earth Spider-Man, along with Iron Spider. Those are some really great ones that I like. I mean, shoot, you can go to Iron Man himself and look at all the suits he's got. So, you know, this is a great way to do it. If you're looking to spend as little money as possible, you know, while still throwing them a few bucks here and there. You know, they do a lot of buy one get one suit, you know, events. So definitely that's a great time to buy them when you're going to get one that you want anyway, and then you're getting another one for free. They also do half off on some of the suits all the time. So, you know, there's ways to get them. You just got to play your cards right. In any event, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. These are my top 10 favorite costumes and Marvel heroes, and we'll see ya.